Welcome back. Today we're going to make some macaroni and cheese. This is a very simple recipe. All you need is some elbow noodles or macaroni, some cheese. I use freshly grated. You can use whatever kind you like, but I feel like freshly grated melts better. I need some flour, some butter, milk. I also use a little bit of heavy cream, a couple of splashes of hot sauce, salt, pepper, onion powder, and some mustard powder. All right, let's get started. Here you see me filling a large pot full of water. I'm going to salt this heavily and bring it to a boil. Here I'm adding a 1/4 cup of butter to a saucepan. I'm going to melt that over low to medium heat, and then I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of flour and cook that for about a minute until it starts to turn a nutty brown color and the flour is cooked through. If you're wanting to make this for your family, you can find the ingredients and the instructions in the description box below. So you see here that the roux is starting to turn a light brown color. This is what you want to see. You'll also notice that the consistency of the roux changes throughout the cooking process. When you first add in the flour to the butter, it can kind of clump up, and then once it starts to cook, it becomes more liquidy. Once you get the flour and the butter to the consistency that you want, you're going to slowly add in your milk. The slower you do this, the better, the less clumps you're going to have with your sauce. Once I add in about 1.5 to 2 cups of milk, I'm going to check for thickness. If I feel like it's too thick, I will add in more milk. If I feel like it's too thin, what I do is just let it simmer while it's cooking and it thickens it up. Now I'm going to add about 1/2 cup to 1 cup of heavy cream. This gives the sauce a richer consistency. After the sauce has simmered for a little bit, I'm going to add in the seasoning. You see here I'm adding in some salt and some pepper. Then I'm going to add in a little bit of mustard powder. After the mustard powder, I'm going to add in a few dashes of the Frank's Red hot sauce. I'm going to whisk that together, and then I'll add in my onion powder and my garlic powder. Now that my salted water has come to a boil, I'm going to go ahead and add in my macaroni noodles. I'm adding about 2 cups of dried noodles here. You can make as many noodles as you want to, just adjust the amount of sauce that you make as well. I always taste for seasoning as I'm cooking, especially if I'm making a sauce where you cannot change the seasonings after you add the cheese. You can see here that my sauce was getting a little bit too thick, so I decided to add some more milk to thin it out. This macaroni and cheese goes great with anything. We typically eat it with chicken strips or fried chicken or barbecue. We also like to eat it with pork chops. It is just a great recipe to have on hand, and it comes together quickly, and you can have it on the table in less than 30 minutes. The noodles have been cooking for about 10 minutes, so they are ready to be drained. I'm going to turn the heat off, and now I'm checking the sauce one more time, and it was thick enough, so I'm turning the heat off of that as well. I'm going to take the noodles over to the sink and drain them, and then I will put them back in this same pot. I'm checking the consistency of the sauce one more time. It is not too thick and it is not too thin. So I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese. You want to make sure you do this with the heat off. You do not want the heat to be on when you're adding your cheese. It'll cause it to separate and it becomes grainy. I'm adding about 2 cups of cheese here for the sauce. You can add more if you want to, or you can add less if you want to. We like ours to be pretty cheesy. Oftentimes 2 cups isn't quite enough for us. So you'll see that I'll add more cheese to this. After getting the cheese completely incorporated, I go ahead and pour it over the drained noodles, and then I'll mix it together, and that is all you need to do. This is a quick and easy recipe that comes together with simple ingredients, and you can have it on the table within 30 minutes. Here you can see our final product. My children absolutely love this dish. If you could please subscribe to my channel, it'll help me grow my channel and I would greatly appreciate it.